Look, stop trying to impress people. It is not worth it, okay? Look, as a kid, I'd say from the age of 12 to 14, I wanted people to like me a lot. And I just wanted to be accepted because around that time, I felt like I wasn't really a part of any group. Although I had a friend group, that I would talk to here and there, it's like I still felt like I didn't belong, which was a weird feeling as a kid. Because why would you have to think about that, right? Um, I guess I was known as the weird kid because I didn't really talk to people as much. So it's like based on how they perceived me, just from my overall aura, I guess they would just assume I was the weird kid. But the more I started talking to people, the more they would realize, oh yeah, you're not even like weird. You're actually cool, right? And I would be more acquainted with everyone. I would talk to them. I'd be friends, and it would be chill, you know. And you know, I would try and kiss up, especially to people that I also knew at the time, which is weird. Like, I wanted to show that I was good and that I was cool by, like, I would say I didn't do anything bad, but I would just have to do really interesting things to gain some sort of approval. I don't quite remember, but like it was something along the lines of that. So thinking back to that time, you know, oh, before I actually continue about the present, when I was 14 as well, like going to high school, completely different environment. I saw the cool kids that I thought I'd want to be a part of them, but later throughout my high school year, I thought that was stupid because we all just kind of did our own thing later on. So once again, now that I'm 20, the idea of wanting to impress people is kind of bizarre to me. Like it's such a crazy concept because why did I work so hard, or at least I thought I worked hard just to try to gain people's approval by acting cool or trying to impress them? Like, you don't need other people's approval. You just need your own approval. Because what kind of life are you living if you're thinking that way, right? And you know what sucks? I would think of this as a kid problem, like a child problem, or a teenager problem. Because, like you're growing up, you're trying to be included in certain groups, and you want to feel like you're a part of something, a part of some sort of big thing. But then when you become an adult, you kind of just do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a job, you have like a spouse, or have a couple of friends that you talk to, and you do your own thing. But then you have all these people going out, buying expensive ass clothes, going to the club, trying to pick up women, and it's just like I thought this was supposed to be a part of high school. I didn't realize it still continues on in your adulthood. So it just gets me thinking that like damn, I can't believe people are actually still doing stuff like this. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me. Um no disrespect obviously, but it's like if you don't, you know, have as much money per se, then why are you spending hundreds of dollars trying to buy a certain fit so then you could impress an audience, like a certain group of people? Like I don't really see the point or the value in that, you know? Like life is kind of a trend. Let's just say that. Things that are really popular now will not be popular in the next couple of months or the next couple of years. So, in a way, we keep up with these trends to want to be accepted in society. But when you go the long shot and you do things that are out of you know, your budget or your comfort zone, you're just kind of doing too much. Like you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to impress people. You could probably buy like a really nice ass fit from like Shein or from, like a secondhand store, put that shit together for like less than $30 and like you would actually look stylish. But then you have these people like wearing designer brands and trying to impress certain people. Like, I just can't understand that. Like, you don't need to spend a lot of money to look good. You just have to, you know, put your brain together, put two and two, put a decent, you know, match of clothes together with some nice shoes and, you know, call it a day. And like, you will still look presentable at the end of the day. You know, if anything, I'd argue that, you know, cheaper clothes look better than designer clothes. Because why the hell am I wearing a freaking $100 Supreme shirt that just says Supreme when I could wear something that actually looks stylish for like less than $20? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no point to that, you know? And then I'd even go, you know, far enough to talk about the club, you know? Like, you're going to the club, drinking your ass off until like 3 a.m. in the morning, and then like getting hungover and then doing it all over again, you know, the next weekend or the next day if you're like that. What is the point of that? You know, is it that you want to be surrounded by a group of people and like you're spending money on people? Because like, I know people go to clubs so then they could spend money on other people. I've seen it firsthand, you know, like 50-year-old men or like 40-year-olds like in suits, you know, they're like giving money to people and like, you know, like that is like attracting women to their booths, and they just do that. And like, you could tell that's their lifestyle. I don't see the value in that. Like, where's the value in going to the club and getting drunk and then eventually passing out and doing it the next day? Like, you got to realize the people who are at your booth are probably just there for your money. There's no point for that. You know, you don't need anyone else's approval, especially at a club. That is the last place you'd want to get an approval of someone, because no one's going to give a shit about you at the end of the day. When it's morning time, everyone's going to leave and they won't even remember they won't remember your name, because they were probably there for the same reason, you know, just to get drunk and then do it all over again and then find the next rich person to, you know, stay next to. Same thing for all the women, you know, at the club. You know, they're just there for that night. You'll be dancing with them, or, you know, smooth talking them with, you know, the quote unquote money you have, even though you probably don't, and then they'll leave the next day. It's like, there's no sustainability in that lifestyle, trying to impress people, trying to act rich, you know, instead of trying to indulge in that sort of lifestyle. How about get a proper job and save your money? And then, I don't know, like, buy a house or something, buy a car, like, invest in property, like, just do something that's going to benefit your life instead of spending money on things that are going to be temporary. I just can't fathom that idea. I can't understand it. It's so foreign to me, because how I see it is, it's temporary happiness. You know, 10 years from now, are you going to look back and be like, this made me happy? I'm calling that bullshit. No way you're saying that all your efforts to try to impress people is going to make you happy. That is stupid. Because you're going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, I lived my life for other people. I didn't live it for myself. And that is going to be your biggest regret. But once again, you could turn that around right now. You know, you don't have to do all the bad stuff. You don't have to impress anyone, get anyone's validation. The only person you need in your life is yourself, your own validation. And that's it, you know? Being comfortable and okay with how you are is the first step to wanting to do great things in life. Okay? And the moment you're doing things for other people, you've lost it. Like, you're already going on the wrong path. But once again, you could change it. It doesn't have to be like that. Stick to yourself, do your own thing, and don't seek validation from other people. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!